I'm revisiting old writings, so to say. I was saved 3 years ago. The Lord put it on my heart to start writing 2 years ago and sharing. So the writings I'll be reading today are from a couple of years ago. I hope and pray that it's edifying material that helps you and helps you in your growth the way that it's helped me with my growth. So, first writing is: do not judge, and you will not be judged. And do not condemn, and you will not be condemned. Pardon, and you will be pardoned. Luke 6, verse 37. I personally feel a large barrier to salvation for me was seeing Christians not portray the love of Christ nearly as much as they portrayed themselves as being judgy of other people. Who wants to even consider joining Team Christian when all they are seeing portrayed is a group of people judging everyone? Obviously, all Christians don't put off this vibe, and those that don't are some of the most loving people I've ever met. I can just imagine how it makes God feel, knowing that there are judgy Christians out there causing people to turn from the Lord, becoming a barrier to others receiving salvation. The below parable from Jesus speaks to me on this subject. Take my interpretations with a grain of salt and pray for discernment. The judgy Christian that thinks they're doing the right thing by pointing to the unsaved and calling them wicked is the one with the log in their eye. The unsaved is the one with the speck in their eye. We're all sinners, and all sins lead to the same conclusion if you aren't saved. So why are certain unsaved sinners being judged more than the person doing the judging that doesn't have their own act in order? Furthermore, as it bears repeating, how will Jesus Christ judge the judgy Christian that repeatedly puts out stumbling blocks for unbelievers? Our free will is in our own hands, and Christians need to plant seeds in unbelievers, not pick up those already planted and toss them to the birds. And he also spoke a parable to them. A blind man cannot guide a blind man, can he? Will they not both fall into a pit? A pupil is not above his teacher, but everyone, after he has been fully trained, will be like his teacher. Who do you look at? Why do you look at the speck that is in your brother's eye, but not notice the log that is in your own eye? Or how can you say to your brother, "Brother, let me take out the speck that is in your eye," when you yourself do not see the log that is in your own eye? You hypocrite, first take the log out of your own eye, and then you will see clearly to take out the speck that is in your brother's eye. Luke 6, verse 39 through 42. The second writing from that day 2 years ago: the heavens are telling of the glory of God, and their expanse is declaring the work of his hands. Psalm 19, verse 1. This alone, before I knew for a fact that God was real, was why I was still pretty confident he was. All you have to do is open your eyes and look up into the clouds during the day or the stars at night. Look close at the plants, trees, and animals. Look at the mountains and oceans. Look in the mirror. It is art. We are art, made by our Creator. To accredit it all to being created by nothing, well, I've been insane more times than I care to admit, but it never reached that level. And I don't blame the person. Our modern day culture is an indoctrination against God, and it's insane. For since the creation of the world, his invisible attributes, His eternal power and divine nature have been clearly seen, being understood through what has been made, so that they are without excuse. For even though they knew God, they did not honor him as God or give thanks, but they became futile in their speculations, and their foolish heart was darkened. Romans 1, verse 20 and 21. Thank you.